What's up, family? Welcome back to the Stop Sinking Show, where we go from struggle to flow. Today, I'm in an emotional state, so I don't know how much clarity I have or how much I can share. My sister has been here in India for the past 3 weeks, visiting my father and my mother, and she brought the kids and my brother-in-law. So this quiet house has been full of life over these past few days. And tonight was her last full night here. She leaves tomorrow. And I've been feeling the anxiety of that building as this day has been coming closer. The last time I saw my nephew, he was 1 year old, and he was 5 this time. Went to the gym with me every day, every chance he got. I'll miss them a lot. And my father and my mother need their energy more than anything. Now, I don't just bring all that up for no reason. After having been in India for so long and feeling like I've been stuck here for so long, she brought along with her a spirit of my old life back from the States. And it reawakened a desire inside me again to figure a way out of here soon. After having to come here in a rush and internally the entire time having a battle of how long I'm going to be here and feeling like I'm stuck and not seeing a way out, the best course of action I took a few months ago was to stop driving myself insane and just be okay with the fact that I'm here. Because the alternative was an uncontrollable misery I kept torturing myself with. Uncontrollable being the operative word. So many things were happening around me, and I could not speed them up or slow them down, and I just had to submit to the will of what was going on and simmer my own desires. And in the simmering of those desires, in the putting aside of wanting things for myself, even wanting my old life back, I found myself in this state of numbing contentment, almost out of necessity. And I don't mean complacency, because I haven't burned down all of my ambitions and they still cause me a great deal of anxiety. But just to survive and be sane, I had to make myself be as content as possible, or I was going borderline insane. And I guess my sister being here, bringing back a piece of what felt like home, reminded me of what it was like to be home, and that life still exists there, and all these other things. It just reinvigorated this itch and yearning inside me to make my way back there again. And there's a stark contrast between my almost barely alive survival state before they came to how alive I have felt soaking in that energy over the past 3 weeks while they've been here. It just led me to reflect on how we can depend on survival states during times of high chaos, but we cannot stay in them long because so much more is begging for us to be. There's a dark side to the numbing myself just to survive, even though it was better than insanity. And the dark side might flirt with insanity again as I feel the frustration to push beyond what I've trapped myself in as I start to go into my desires again. But we need a healthy level of frustration to build and steam our next versions. Without any internal pressure, with dampened internal force, there isn't any reason for something new to emerge. It's just funny because in those moments of high stress, I can justify the chasing of survival only. I can say it was good enough that I just made it through that time. But in the future, looking back, it just feels like time lost. It feels like no different than time wasted. It's just time that I can't clearly say contributes to making my current options any easier. Survival then, no matter how good of an idea it seems in that moment, erodes away at that future version of you. because it doesn't serve it. And even that is a distorted way of thinking of it, because in those moments, the future doesn't matter when the present is so uncertain. The future in those moments isn't important to you because you don't see it possibly even existing. So you cannot sacrifice anything in the present for it, especially when just surviving that moment is the goal. But the problem is, us as humans, our threshold for what trips our wires and throws us into survival mode lowers and lowers over time. And that means we unreasonably find ourselves in survival mode more often than we should, and stay in it longer than is helpful. Both of those distort time more than they need to and steal life away from us. Emotional resilience, then, seems to be paramount to make the most of your life. To not lose the time that us mere mortals lose just to survive, just trying to survive. So I'm not sure what note to leave this on other than let's not forget what the overarching goal always is. More life. More out of life. More life. Anything that doesn't lead there needs to be calibrated. I'll see you on the next show. Love you, family.